and welcome to Mrs. Riley's Maths videos. So today we're looking at multiplication and division of integers. So don't forget, integers are positive and negative whole numbers. Okay, so numbers like plus 7 and plus 5 and plus 103, negative 42, negative 36. So numbers that are positive, which are greater than 0, and negative, which are less than 0. So up to now we've been talking about natural numbers, which are positive whole numbers, and now we're talking about whole numbers, so no decimals or fractions, but pluses and minuses. And we've already looked at subtracting and adding integers, and there's a video on that, so if you don't remember about that, you can have a look back at that video. And what I want to talk about today is multiplying and dividing integers, because this can really trip people up. And there's a couple of really easy rules to remember, but I just want to show you how it works so that you can maybe understand the rules a bit better. So, you know, we've talked about negs and pauses before, and them meeting in the park and having a fight. Well, today we're just going to talk about them without their fights, so that's probably better, isn't it? So we've got 4 negs fit in one house, and my question is, how many negs would there be if there were 5 houses? So with my remarkable art, you can see here, I'm going to draw my 5 houses with negs in them. So there's 1 house, 2 houses, 3 houses, 4 houses, and they all have 4 negs in them. Oh, I said 5 houses, didn't I? So I'll do my 5th house. So 1 more house with negs in it. Okay, now there's 4 negs in 5 houses. Let's see, there's 4 negs in this house, 4 negs in this house, 4 negs, that's 12 negs, 16 negs, and 20 negs. So altogether, there's 20 negs in those houses. But how would we have done that without adding them all up? And if you remember back to national school, when you were learning to multiply, you were talking about groups of numbers, remember? And you learned that 5 groups of 10 was 50, or 5 groups of 8 was 40. Well, in this case, we are talking about 5 groups of negative 4. 5 multiplied by negative 4. 5 multiplied by negative 4 is negative 20. Now you knew that 5 times 4 was 20. You knew that already. It's just different this time because it's a negative 4. But it's still the same idea of multiplying. 5 times 4 is 20. And because there's negs, there's 20 negs, it's minus 20. Let's look at the next one. 3 negs fit in one triangle. How many negs would there be in 7 triangles? So let's draw our 7 triangles. 4, 5, 6, 7. And each of them has 3 negs. So hopefully you're thinking now what the answer to this is going to be. Each has 3 negs. Here we go. There's my negs. Very small, I know, but you can just about see them. So we've got 3, and 3 is 6, and 3 is 9, and 3 is 12, and 3 is 15, and 3 is 18, and 3 is 21. So we've got 21 negs. And again, how would that be as a multiplication? Well, if 3 negs fit in one triangle, there's 7 triangles. Each of them has 3 negs. So altogether, there's 21 negs. 7 multiplied by negative 3 is negative 21. So when we're multiplying, if we're multiplying, say, 10 times negative 2, that would be negative 20. So let's just take a couple of examples. Say we had 10 times negative 2 would be negative 20. Say we said it the other way around, and that we've got 4 negs and we're multiplying by 8. Well, that would be negative 32. Or say we said we had negative 3 and we had 100 of those. Well, then we'd have 300 negatives, or minus 300. Okay, I hope that's beginning to make sense. In this next one, we're going to look at division. And if you remember, when you did division, you looked about splitting groups up. So split this group of negs into 7 equal groups. How many in each group? So let's see how many negs there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm sure this must be 14. 3 and 5 is 8, and 6 is 14. Yeah, so there's 14 negs, and we're going to divide them into 7 groups. Well, if you were dividing those 14 negs into 7 groups, wouldn't you have 2 negs in each group? So what we say is negative 14 divided by 7 is negative 2. Or we might write it like this: minus 14 or negative 14 divided by 7 equals 2. But it's negative 2. Let's take some examples of that. Say we had negative 30 divided by 10. That would be negative 3, because if I divided 30 negs into 10 groups, there'd be 3 in each group, negative 3. Or negative 50 divided by 5 would be negative 10. Here's one more. Split this group of negs into 5 equal groups. How many negs in each group? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, actually, there's 20 here. So there's 20 negs. I've got to divide them into 5 equal groups. So how many in each group? There's 4 negs in each group. Minus 20 divided by 5 is minus 4. Okay, let's get those rules I was talking to you about, because they might help a lot. Now, I'm going to do a few questions here, and you can see whether you can see the patterns. Okay, so let's see. If I have negative 6 times positive 3, I get negative 18. If I have 6 times negative 3, I get negative 18. If I have positive 6 by positive 3, I get positive 18. And here's the weird one now, okay? Negative 6 times negative 3 is positive 18. Now this is the really weird one, and we just have to learn this, I'm afraid. If we multiply one negative by another negative, we get 18 positives. Now, so what do the rules say? The rules say if the signs are different, the answer is negative. Okay, and if the signs are the same, the answer is positive. Now, the way I normally say that, and it might help you more easily, is I say same signs give plus, and different signs give minus. That's the same with multiplication or division. So for instance, negative 6 divided by positive 3 is negative 2. Positive 6 divided by negative 3 is also negative 2. Okay, signs are different, you get a negative. Signs are different, answer is negative. And then if we had, say, positive 6 divided by positive 3, the answer is positive 2. You knew that already though. And finally, negative 6 divided by negative 3 is positive 2. So if the signs are the same, the answer is positive. Okay, here's some for you to try, and then I'll go through the answers to them. So try these questions. 3 times negative 4, 5 times negative 9, negative 10 times negative 3, negative 8 times negative 2, negative 9 times 6, negative 12 divided by negative 3, positive 12 divided by negative 4, 100 divided by 10, minus 100 divided by 10, and finally minus 30 divided by minus 10. So try those quickly, pause the video, try those, and then I'll go through the answers. Okay, so here's the answers. Positive 3 by negative 4, the signs are different, so my answer is going to be a negative, so it's negative 12. Positive 5 by negative 9, the signs are different. 5 times minus 9 is minus 45. Negative 10 by negative 3 is positive 30. because the signs are the same. 8 times 2 is 16, and negative by a negative, the signs are the same, so it's a plus. Negative 9 by 6 is negative 54. Minus 12 divided by minus 3, that's the signs are the same, the answer is a plus, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and a plus divided by a minus is a minus because the signs are different. 100 divided by 10 is 10. Minus 100 divided by 10, the signs are different, so the answer is a negative, minus 10. And finally, negative 30 divided by negative 10, the answer is 3. Okay, well done. I hope you got on well there. You can always watch the video again. Take care. Talk to you soon.